Okay. Welcome back on board, people. Welcome back on board. Literally. So thank you for joining me on this live streaming journey of chess. Here you'll be following me on my journey of chess. And here, right, this is where we intertwine between the game of chess and life. You know, this is where we take the view of life being like a chess game. So here we'll tackle not only the game of chess, but also the game of life and what it throws at us. So therefore, destination is not important. It's more so the journey and the experiences that we'll be sharing and experiencing over the chessboard. So may they be of value to us. So let's get this going, guys. You already know the nature and the essence of the stream. We are now about to get rock. Oof. If I can actually get past a few of these technical difficulties, actually, we're about to be able to start our journey here, or continue on our journey, shall I say. But let me first of all locate the screen of interest. And I think we have it. I think we're all ready to get this show on the road now. Let me make sure that it's positioned properly. So, bear with me here, people. Bear with me here. Let's get this to a screen size that's digestible for all. How we make this smaller? Alright. Is this where we want it to be? I think we're getting there, minus the little delay. Yep, here we go, there we have it. Thank you for still bearing with me and sticking with me for this little hiccup. But okay, let's get started. I'm very much looking forward to sharing this game with you all. So, we're all here on the same screen. Let's pick what type of game you want to play. I'm more of a classical guy, so if you follow my last stream, you'll know that I am also a fan of the 30 plus, Silent Bishop, streaming going live. Here on the top right, you can see my name, so feel free to add me as well. You may want to have a match with me as well, so if you add me, then we can get a game going as well. So let's get started. Let's see what we get paired up with. As you will have known, this is my second live stream, so my rating is not even established yet. So I think it's only after a few games where the system, I guess in this day and age, it will be AI that will sort of determine your actual real rating. So I think for now, it's still a bit undecided. So let's see who I get paired with. And actually, let's see what my rating is now, actually. So, okay. So, here we go. Here now live on screen. On the board, so my chess rating is predicted to be at around 1300. Alright, not too bad. And my opponent is 1277. So not far off. Let's get this going. Let's see how this plays. Okay. Side note here, right? I have learned my lesson. I tend to always try to play the traditional way and try to play by the book. But here we're gonna let the game unfold. Let's see what it throws at us. So instead of doing what I usually do, let's do d4 and try to take control of the center. Okay. I'm playing versus Fel 62 with a 1277 rating. Okay, he played his move. So he played d6. Alright, so what do we do here in this case? Alright, so I'll take his pawn actually. I'll take his pawn. Let's see if he returns the favor. Let's see if he returns the favor here. Let's see if we can get him to play our game. Oh, so he's played his move. He actually didn't play our game. That's interesting. So in this case, he hasn't played our game. We'll just take another pawn then, shall we? Okay, let's take his pawn here on d6. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was this the right move? Am I playing into his game? So this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to check me straight off the bat. But does this suit me? This may actually just suit me. So, yeah, let's do it. Queen to e2. Great. So queen exchange taking place here earlier on. What should I take his queen with? Right. Let's take his queen with the bishop. Not so silent now, the bishop. But now the aim here will be if we can make him lose his castling rights. Okay, we'll have time to get to that. So let's play here bishop to c4. Yeah, let's go with that. Bishop to c4. Okay, he's also gotten his bishop out. Let's see what's the aim of his game with this move here. Should that change our approach here? Let me see. How should we move here? Okay. Right. Actually, we should be wary of it because he could have a free pawn here, and we don't want to give him that. So, right, let's move the bishop to b3. His move now. Let's see what he does now. Let's see his approach to this game. Also, let me know in the comments what you would have done. Alright. So he's made his move. He's made his move. Let's see what we do here. So we have bishop to e4. Yes, I know what we'll do here. We'll do knight. Let's kick his bishop here by playing knight to c3. The funny thing about this is, imagine if the person that I'm playing is watching this live stream. He will have known my thought process. So let's hope that that's not happening. Right? Okay. So now, do we want to further develop? Do we want to move this bishop out? Or shall I start my journey to castling? I think we should move a step closer to castle. So I've played knight to f3. Let's see what he does now. What could he do? I mean, he could take the knight here on f3, make me get my pawn structure out of order, destabilize my game a little bit, but he's decided to play pawn to h6. Okay. We will castle as planned. As planned, we will castle. Alright. So he's gotten ahead of the move. He's played bishop to e7 to ensure that there is no checking threat to his king. And again, guys, pardon me on my terminology. I am by no means a chess expert. So if there's anyone there that can even guide me or educate me, get my terminology up to par, I'll be more than happy to take that on board. Okay, so we will play rook to e1. Let's keep that direct line of confrontation to the black king. We actually got a few possibilities here now that I'm thinking about it. If okay, he's played knight to a6. What do we want to do here? Well, I want to limit the movement of his knight. Therefore, we will play a3. He's moved now, right? So here he's threatening my bishop here on b3. We do not want to lose. Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. I was thinking about playing c4, but then I saw the endless amount of threats here with the bishop. Or he could just move the pawn up to d5. So we will just want to, at this point, retreat the bishop to a2. The bishop's retreating. Let's see what his next move is. Alright. Right, so he's played bishop to f6. Again, I have an issue with these squares, right, that are occupied by the knight that seem to have no answer for. So what I will do in this case, because I am fully aware of the knight's possibility of being able to move to g4 unaddressed. So how can we make him think twice here? Right. And I also need to think about developing my own attack, because he's shaping up his defense quite nice. He's building a little fortress here. And as white, I do believe that you should be the one with the initiative to attack. So, what should be my next move here? An attack we will. We will push up this pawn here to b4. Do we want to do that? Actually, yes, we do want to do that. Oh, actually, yeah, we still want to do that, because even, oh, no, we don't. Because if we play pawn to b4, then here this creates a scenario where he'll have more artillery than me, with the bishop and both knights controlling the center. So what I want to do in this case will be to play knight. I think we'll play knight to either d4 or d2. Tell me what you guys would have played. I am leaning towards d4 just because it's more of an attacking move, and that he would have to think about his bishop here on c6. So it's a tough position, but let's go for it. So again, guys, tell me if you'd have done this. In fact, tell me what you'd have done instead. Let's play knight to d4. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Should I have played knight here to d2 and just waited a bit? Waited and then just went ahead with pawn to f3, and then I would have had a bit more control of the center. Or was this the right move? Well, I guess time will tell. Well, he's retreated. He clearly values his bishop in this game. Great, so that will give us some momentum. Yeah, that will definitely give us some momentum. So let me, what should I do here? Should I move the knight? Should we go knight? No, we don't want to do that. We do not want to move knight to f5 because here the bishop will take. So, let's see what we would do here. Or maybe we can even hang around there for a while. Right. Let's go ahead and do what we initially wanted to do, and that will be pawn to f3. That way we're keeping the knight here on f6 honest if he's thinking about moving to g4. And just taking a bit more control of the center. Great. Okay, now. Oh, he didn't see this. He didn't see this. Let me know if you guys see it. Matter of fact, if you're not watching this live, pause the video now and tell me how, or write in the comments how how did he make a blunder? Where did he go wrong this? Because I see it straight away. And you will be about to find out now. So what we will do... Oh, is it a blunder? Yes, it's still a blunder. Okay, so what we will do now will be rook to e7, taking his bishop. Thank you very much. That was definitely a blunder. He blundered his bishop. Oh. Yeah. Is this going all gung-ho? Because he's about to lose a rook now as well. So will I, but now he will be down the bishop and a rook. So I'm still at an advantage. So let's take the rook. Okay. And let's see how we progress this game further. The next move for me here will definitely be developing my game further, and I will do that by moving bishop to f4. Bishop to f4, people. Bishop to f4. Let's see what he does. I'm sure he won't want to... he won't want to lose his pawn, so... Right. So he played d5. Right. So I'm still at an advantage. Now, this is the question. Do I want to play numbers games? Numbers game here and just get down to the bare bones? Or shall we keep this going? I think we can keep this going. What should be my next move here? Oh, I know. We will now be going for... well, shall we be going for it? Right. My knights here are not in the best position. So let's... anyways, let's threaten Let's get him to move his knight here. So playing pawn to b4. Right. Yep. So this is what we'll do here. We'll exchange. What will he take my knight with? What will he take my knight with? Either the bishop, the rook, or the pawn. And the bishop it is. Great. So now, right, so I still have advantage. I'm a knight up. So let's see what we can do here. Right, let's play knight to b5. Let's see if he sees this coming. Let's try to have both the rook and the bishop on the line here. So he saw the threat. He moved the pawn to a6, but what we want here, either way, is to create quite a situation for fell 62. What will be his choice? Is he saving his rook or his bishop? Clearly he should be saving his rook, but let's see if that's what he actually does. Yep, of course, of course, of course. Well, tell me, if I play my bishop here to pardon me, if I play bishop to d6, am I being too greedy by trying to get to the rook? No, he would just move the rook here. Let's not overcomplicate it, and let's take his bishop. Okay. This is now getting very interesting. Let's see with what he takes the knight. He took it with a rook. Okay. Now, let's see if we can set a trap. I will look to position. Let's position. Let's position the bishop here to g3. That way here we can protect this square here on e1, and the eventuality that we want to move the rook here. He's now threatening to take. What is he threatening to? Oh, he's threatening to take my pawn here on c2, but we'll easily avoid that. Or will we? Or is this endgame really to push his pawn up? Right. Yeah, so instead, let's... How should we proceed here? Right, instead, let's... I've got a few things I can do here. Let's see if we can, not for this to work. Yeah. Let's go pawn. A very aggressive move with pawn to c4. Let's see what he does. Does he take? Or does he pass? So he passes. You know what we will do in this case? We will make sure that he cannot keep passing. That he's not able to queen, so... Let's set a trap here. And we will do that by playing bishop to b1. Hopefully I haven't blended. Maybe you guys can see something here that I can't. So let me know. Hopefully I haven't committed any blunders here. Let's see what he does. Side note, look how much more time he has than me. And I'm only one piece better off. I waste way too much time. I am more of the thinking type. So I waste way too much time trying to think of the next move. But let's see if this proves to be of benefit to me. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the lesson, guys. You know, the more time that you spend thinking about something, the better the outcome. Or maybe not. Let's see. Let's see what this game proves it to be. So, we see the threat here coming from the knight. So bishop will be retreating. Will bishop be retreating, or do we want... Or do we want to yeah, bishop retreat to f2. I was thinking of moving this bishop here to to d3, and then just having the threat here to the rook, causing him to move instead and play defensive. But nah. No need at this time. Let's hope he doesn't move the his knight to f4. That may cause us some problems. Right. So he chooses to go rook to d2. Protecting his pawn here. Not a bad move. On that note, just being conscious of the knight here. We don't want any surprises. Let's play knight, not knight, let's play pawn to g3. Just stopping the knight from being able to play f4. Right. So now, we need to think about how we're gonna deal with this pawn here. And for now, I may have to play rook to a2. He takes with his rook on d2. I take b2 with my bishop, with bishop to a2. He would then play the pawn to d2 with only one move left. And I would not be able to stop him from, would I? Maybe I would be able to stop him from queening. Let's see. Should we try out our theory, guys? Or I could see myself into some deep. Yeah, that may not be the best move right now, guys. That may not be the best move. So on that note, let me play pawn to a4. And my time is running out here, guys. My time is quickly running out. I am gonna have to start playing very, very fast here. King to g2. Let's see what he was intending here. Right. That's what he wanted to do. On that note, what do we do here? Shall we play bishop to e2? I think we'll have to at this point. Bishop to e3. How did I find myself in this position? Crazy. I may have to take. I may have to sacrifice my bishop here. Yep. Because this is posing way too much of a threat. I may have to take. Guys, what would you have done here? Leave it in the comments, let me know. Now I'm contemplating bishop to d2. To just not risk it. If I go rook, Well, I'm bound to lose a bishop anyway. Okay. Oh no, because that would be a check. So in that case, rook to a2. The sacrifice will be made. Let's see what he plays. Yep. As predicted, he takes my bishop on b1. So we will take the pawn on d2. Right, he will now be gunning for my he will now be gunning for my pawns. Let's check here. Right, let's take one of his pawns. Matter of fact, shall we take one of his pawns, or shall we move? Let's move the pawn up. Let's see what he does here. Right. Not bad. Instead, we'll move this pawn up. I now have to play a bit quicker. As you can see, my time is running out. I'm in a better position than him, but this may not mean much at this point. In fact, he may be in a better position than me, because he has much more time than me to play. So, king to f2. We don't want to do that. Right. Anyways, we'll just play king to e1. My time is really running out fast here. I need to move fast. So, let's play rook to b8. Let's take the pawn here. Oh, I did not see that coming. I did not see that. I could be in big, big trouble here. King. Or should I just move it up? Yeah, let's move the pawn up. Let's get this pawn up. It's a race now to queen. Let's go. You're gonna have to take the pawn here. You're gonna have to do it. Alright. Let's see what he's done here. Well played. Well played. Well played. I don't have much of a chance here. I'm gonna have to play rook to a7. I'm sure he will take the pawn. Not just yet. So let's get away with the king. Yep, we're moving king here to e1. d2. Let's see what he does. Right. Now. Yeah, I can't do much here. My hands are tied. And it looks like I am on the road to losing this game. I'm sure you guys will be able to tell me where I lost this game at. There he goes. Is able to take my pawn. Any much I can do. Let's see what I can do here. Let me move king to c5. There you go, guys. I think my real rating is getting revealed now. So, upon this loss, I am at minus 98. So that means that my real rating is somewhere between 1202. Wow. What an eye-opener. So guys, that's it. Tell me, what was the turning point in this game? What could I have done different? Feel free to clip to tell me in the comments the timestamp of exactly of when this, this game turns for me, because I was winning at some point, and clearly I am losing way too much time thinking about the next move. If I'd have been quicker, I probably would have been able to get a more positive result. So this was a good match. Another learning curve as we continue on this chess journey that we have embarked in. So I am so tempted to analyze right now. You know what? Let me place the analysis real quick. Let's just have a quick sneak peek, right, of where this actually went wrong. Is this the analysis? Where can we find the menu to analyze the game? Not here. Would it be here? I'm not sure. Where could we analyze this game? I have so much to learn even with using this platform that I am not sure. I do know that there is an option to analyze the game. Would it be computer analysis? Oh, here we go. Request a computer analysis. Okay, this is loading up for us now. So, 1 accuracy, 1 blunder. So guys, before I even click on the blunder, you guys tell me, right? And even before you guys see it, you tell me where you think that we went wrong with this game. Well, clearly I went wrong with this game more than once. But you guys tell me what you think was the main turning point. Because as we can see, he's made more mistakes and actually has more blunders than we do. So I don't know where this all went wrong for me. Right, so what I'll do is I'll end the stream now. I'll leave you guys to your thinking hats. I'll leave you guys to tell me exactly where I went wrong here, how I could become a stronger player. All advice is welcome. And yeah, that's what it is, guys. We are here on this journey. As we said before, right? Destination is not important, it's the journey and the valuable lessons that we pick up as we move on with our journey. So it'll be interesting to see where you guys thought that I went wrong, how I could have done better, and really and truly what it is. What would be the one thing that you'd say that you think it's missing from my game that could just make me a much stronger player? You know, what's the one takeaway that you'd have for me here, guys? On that note, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure that you also turn your notifications on. That way you can be on board the next time that I go live. You know, we're on this journey here, so let's see where it takes us. Also, you know, with your feedback and your comments, let's see how long it actually takes for my ratings to improve. Let's set a target, right? Let's set a rating target of 1500. Is that asking for too much? You guys also let me know in the comments if that's asking for too much, if that's too ambitious from what you've seen from me. Chess teachers, also please welcome. Chess masters, also please welcome. Let me know if you think that goal of having a 1500 rating is a bit too ambitious for me from what you've seen. So thanks, guys, and we'll be catching you on the next one.